watching the best. Fox 10 News at 9.
And we start with a Valley mother mourning the loss of her 6-year-old son. He was killed in a car crash last week in Gilbert. And tonight she's sharing her story with a message for other mothers. Fox 10 Stephanie Bennett joins us live with more on her story. Stephanie.
Yeah, the main message here is to live every day like it's your last. This little boy was loved by so many. Tonight, family, friends spoke with us to share all those happy memories.
We're not doing okay. We're sad.
It's something no parent should ever have to go through. This mother is now mourning the loss of her 6-year-old son, the youngest of 4 boys.
Just how much he loved me. He was a sweetheart and he always told me he loved me all the time. He made sure he knew that I knew he loved me.
The 2-vehicle crash happened last Thursday near Baseline Road and Val Vista Drive. Jenna Fogelson was driving her 13-year-old son and 6-year-old son Eduardo at the time when she says she was T-boned by another driver. Gilbert police tells us Eduardo was immediately taken to the hospital but did not survive. Jenna and her 13-year-old son also suffered injuries.
I am a mess. That was my baby. So obviously there's a lot of guilt because as parents we beat ourselves up for everything, you know what I mean, for little things we do during the day.
13-year-old Ginger Kuntz is friends with the family. She tells us 6-year-old Eduardo asked her for a Christmas present this year, something she now won't be able to do. But instead, they set up this memorial, gathering toys and notes in his honor.
He was amazing, and he was like my best friend and like another brother to me. And I also last saw him Wednesday, and that's the last time I ever got to say anything to him.
Now, even this Christmas tree was donated to those 2 little girls after a Home Depot shop found out what they were going to be using it for. As for the family, they have set up a GoFundMe to help pay for those funeral costs. We're going to have a link to that on our website. Reporting live in Gilbert tonight, Stephanie Bennett, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Stephanie. Police have identified a man hit and killed by a car Saturday night. Officers say Christopher Bills was crossing Camelback Road mid-block at about 6 p.m. when he was hit by a westbound car. Bills was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say impairment does not appear to be a factor. We're learning more about a man who jumped out of a moving airplane yesterday at Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix. It happened just after a Southwest Airlines flight had landed from Colorado Springs about 8 a.m. 30-year-old Daniel Ramirez is behind bars tonight, facing 2 felony counts of trespassing. The Phoenix Fire Department says after he jumped off the plane, Ramirez locked himself inside a room at the airport fire station. Firefighters eventually got him out of there and took him to a local hospital. The incident did not interrupt other flights. Police are investigating a social media threat tonight involving a gun at Horizon High School. The principal sent a note to parents today, writing that a suspect is in custody and that it is not a current student at Horizon High. The letter also said the threat was made several weeks ago, but only reported on Friday. The first director of Phoenix's new Office of Accountability and Transparency starts work tomorrow. Roger Smith will lead the office, tasked with reviewing use of force investigations, along with police training, discipline, and hiring. Smith previously worked for the city of Cleveland, investigating up to 300 officer complaints a year. Well, caught on camera, a kitten saved from a storm drain today after 2 days of trying. The 6-week-old cat was reportedly down there for 2 weeks near 20th Street and Indian School. Fire crews worked with the Humane Society to reach it. They say the animal is underweight but otherwise doing okay. And when it's healthy enough, it will go up for adoption. Wrapping up a beautiful weekend with cooler weather on the way. Meteorologist Stephanie Almo is here with the details. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Brian. Yes, we have been enjoying the nice temperatures. I certainly hope you guys at home have been able to enjoy it the past several days and as we head into tomorrow, but changes are coming up. So high temperatures, this is what we saw earlier today. Temperatures in the mid-70s from Bullhead City, also in the lower deserts, including here in Phoenix, 75 Casa Grande, 76 in Gila Bend. But changes are coming up. We've been under this dry spell, but then you see some moisture up to the north. Eventually, we are tracking a storm system heading our way as we head into Monday night and Tuesday, bringing some temperature changes beginning on Tuesday and a lot cooler temperatures as we head toward the latter part of the work week. But as we check out the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, you clearly see in the west We are expecting it below normal temperatures. So what's to be expected this week? Two weather systems. Again, one coming in Monday night into Tuesday, and next one Thursday and Friday. That's going to bring the chance for rain and snow. And again, much cooler temperatures on the way. We'll show you those numbers coming up a little bit later on in the newscast.
Thank you, Steph. Well, which way do you go when you pick a Christmas tree, real or fake? Turns out real trees may be better for the environment. Whitfield Nursery tells us the trees release a lot of oxygen into the air, and when the holidays are over, they can be turned into mulch to help even more.
So you have a product that's been growing out here, they clean the air for 7 to 10 or 15 years, and then after they're cut, they get back and they get ground up and go right back into the system. So there's no waste. And the plastic tree, and you're tired of it, there's nothing to do with it. You know, it's plastic, it comes from petroleum, and it goes into a landfill somewhere. Hopefully not in the ocean.
Their trees, by the way, come from Northern California, Washington, and Oregon. And a reminder, water your Christmas tree every 2 to 3 days. Coming up, why prosecutors are looking at charging school officials after the deadly shooting in Michigan. And one crime turns into two after police respond to a shooting call, what they found inside a Valley home. And a giant of the Republican Party has died. We look back at the life and legacy of Bob Dole.
You're watching Fox 10 News at 9 with Linda Williams and Brian Webb.
President Biden has ordered flags lowered to half-staff to honor Bob Dole. The former U.S. Senator and Republican presidential nominee lost his long battle with lung cancer today. Fox News correspondent Madeline Rivera has more.
I've never been prouder in my life than to have been the Republican nominee for President of the United States.
As the 1996 Republican nominee, Bob Dole came as close as he ever would to winning the presidency. It's a dream he chased 3 times. He made that concession speech in Russell, Kansas, to the people who had known him since his birth there in 1923. World War II took Dole from Kansas to Italy. Just before the end of the war, Nazi machine gun fire shattered his upper body and destroyed his right shoulder.
It was about 11 months, I think, before I could feed myself. I think I could have done it, frankly, to be very honest about it, probably at 8 months, but the nurses were very attractive.
After his recovery, Dole went from county prosecutor to the House to the Senate. Dole became the Senate Majority Leader in 1984. He remained in leadership until 1996, resigning his Senate seat to run for president.
The new season before me makes this moment far less the closing of one chapter than the opening of another.
Proving the 3rd time's a charm.
I accept your nomination to lead our party once again to the presidency of the United States.
Dole lost to Bill Clinton, but remained in the public eye in more ways than one. He lent his image to big-name products like Viagra and Pepsi.
I feel like a kid again.
And he became a voice for veterans' rights, visiting the World War II Memorial on a regular basis and arranging travel for fellow World War II veterans to do the same.
Senator Dole, who is himself a veteran and a wounded veteran at that, former distinguished senator, a man who knows Washington well, but more importantly knows the kind of questions to ask.
In 2012, Dole had one of his toughest days on Capitol Hill, visiting the casket of fellow World War II veteran Senator Daniel Inouye of Hawaii. A wheelchair-bound Dole needed the help of his wife Elizabeth and an aide to take the steps on his own feet, reportedly because he didn't want his longtime friend to see him in a wheelchair. It was a similar scene in 2018, Dole standing from his wheelchair to salute another fellow soldier from the greatest generation and 41st President of the United States, George H.W. Bush. That determination is how Senator Dole earned respect from both sides of the aisle.
And that was Madeline Rivera reporting. New details tonight on the Michigan school shooting. Prosecutors are considering charging school officials over their failure to act. In the meantime, parents Jennifer and James Crumbly are in custody tonight, facing several felonies. During yesterday's court hearing, detectives revealed a teacher caught Ethan Crumbly looking up ammunition during class on Monday, and that his mother later texted him that he had to learn not to get caught. And then Tuesday, a cryptic and threatening note was found at his desk. The Trump-era Remain in Mexico policy will be reinstated tomorrow. It'll force people seeking asylum in this country to remain in Mexico before going to U.S. immigration court. Former President Trump implemented the policy in 2019. President Biden had initially scrapped it, but a lawsuit forced him to bring it back. One crime quickly became two after Phoenix police were called to a shooting scene. It happened earlier this week near 15th Avenue in Grover's. Officers found more than 3,000 pills valued at nearly $30,000 and seized more than 300 grams of meth and 2 guns. 2 people are facing charges tonight, and police say they are looking for more suspects as well. A wildfire is spreading across Colorado tonight. 25 homes in Dumont near Clear Creek County were evacuated today. The Miners Candle Fire has torched 20 acres so far. No word on containment or how it started.
Temperatures really cool off as we head into Friday, back down to low 60s. 50% chance to see some wet weather. Thursday going into Friday. So how about that?
Right?
It's been quite some time. We had a little bit of wet weather before Thanksgiving, but it was just a trace.
Right.
Nothing measurable. So we're hoping to see really a good one.
And call me crazy. I'll take any cold day I can get in Phoenix. You know,
yeah, you
that's
are
just
crazy.
Good point. Don't tell anyone. Coming up, new travel restrictions start tomorrow for international travelers, but is it too late to stop the Omicron variant? And supply chain issues are finding their way into America's pharmacies. We take a closer look at the prescription drug problem. And firefighters do more than battle house fires. Sometimes they decorate houses too.